Hi everyone.
Top of the morning to you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to season 3, episode 32 of the Shows We Cast, brought to you by Roll20, where we have Arkolf.
Yo.
Sure. Okay, fine. And Willie.
Wait. Was that
Hi.
supposed to be
Yeah.
production
Practicing
things?
not
Yeah.
saying greetings
Yeah.
and salutations.
That was different. You threw me off.
Go for it.
Sorry.
Then yo shall suffice.
All right, sure. Then we have Willie.
Hello there. This is the Willy Boo I have to rectify the two voices now. At the Willy Boo. I'm posting online and something rhymes.
Sublime.
Oh, sublime? Ooh, green, the color of limes. There we go. Excellent.
You thought of something in time.
Did you know St. Patrick's holy color is actually blue?
Yes.
You don't say.
What?
Yeah.
Could you
Learn
imagine
something new
this?
every day, kids.
Could you imagine this whole holiday, but just shifted over to blue?
Dude, I'd be ready.
No.
I'm wearing blue right now, so.
Well, I'm wearing green right now. I'd be not ready.
The real require America actually respecting the culture of people who live in it, but, you know.
Fair. Real quick, just a quick plug. Arcadia issue, I think 14 is coming out soon, and it's they've just announced sort of all the articles in it, and it's got my newest article, The Big and the Small, which has a whole bunch of tiny and large size player character options, in addition to some botanical undead, just a little bit of plant horror for you, and an adventure, which includes another dice game that I'm gonna absolutely pull on you folks at some point, I'm sure.
Oh boy.
So look forward to it sometime before the month is out.
Dice games.
Then we have Connor. Boy, is this really you don't like this one?
Hang on.
What's wrong with all of you?
Hang on. Just got a top of the morning, everybody.
There it
you can
is.
Find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/Distortion Double. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, I'm playing board games with the boys. Fridays, Friday Funhouse, where I basically just play whatever I feel like. Sometimes it's Valheim, sometimes it's Amogus, sometimes it's random party games or Jackbox or something like that. Yeehaw. Saturdays, I'm playing through Yakuza 5 Remastered. Almost at the finish line there. And Sundays, I'm playing through the Banner Saga. I'm also almost at the finish line there, except it's sadder. Yes. Vikings with Anxiety is interesting. But yeah, also check out Dead House Sonata, and also check out my DM's Guild, where the College of the Distortion Bard is in the works. It's pretty much finished as soon as I get the art for it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we have Eric.
What's up, everybody? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Also, time to play some D&D.
Gaijin is sitting on the bench for this episode. He will join us again next week. He is currently busy working on his upcoming video, so as always, be sure to check him out and support him when that new video drops. So it's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a big boy.
Means he is on autopilot.
Yeah.
Robodanzo.
The role of
Right.
Danzan will be portrayed by Connor McKinley today.
You just volunteered for no one even put you
I
in
have
there.
his sheet up anyway.
Okay, cool. I want to
And he is
see
now a
Eric
leprechaun.
play Danzan.
No, you
Eric
don't
controls
know,
it.
laddie.
There was 4 people talking at once. What? I heard a yes.
No, you didn't.
Oh, but it would be good. That was good.
I'm giving Eric control of Danzan right now. Back.
No,
shit.
I used all of my voice today playing Ace Attorney. I can't say any words except for my own today.
All right, let's give it back to Connor because Connor is really good at it.
Oh
Connor
boy.
I'm just teasing Eric. Anyway,
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
yeah.
Excellent. So that's everybody, right? Oh, and you. What do you got going on?
Oh. I am looking to do. Tomorrow I will be doing a VTuber collab for Among Us. I think we're starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Whole slew of people. The list is long. I don't know all of the people that'll be there, but it's a lot of VTubers. Saturday, I'm looking to do a PC fundraiser to get myself a new PC.
Okay.
Yeah. So my CPU is kind of slowly frying itself to death, and the only way to upgrade it is to replace my motherboard. And for anyone who builds PCs or knows anything about PCs, replacing the motherboard fucking sucks. Okay, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. So instead of replacing just the motherboard with the CPU, I'm just gonna get a new computer because. See, everyone in chat's like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
literally awful. I've done it before, and I hated it. And I never want to go through it ever again. So, I'm gonna buy a new PC. I mean, it was like in my future anyway, so it kind of sped things up. So, that'll be on Saturday. Probably in the evening, I'm looking at 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll post more about it Friday tomorrow or Saturday morning. So, yeah, so, I think we're doing, Draw That Pokemon is what it's kind of looking out to be at the moment. I have a number of people that have, agreed to hop on. Let's see, who were they? Caitlin C37, Verdi, Malverick, Aggie, I guess maybe Eric.
Ooh, maybe Eric.
I mean Eric. I'm talking to a couple other friends at the moment. They're gonna get back to me soon, so we might have some cool people coming on too, along with the other people, the cool people that I have coming on. So, yep. Oh my god, Aki! Aki, thanks for raiding with a party of 10. She's part of the collab I'm gonna be with tomorrow. So give her a follow if you haven't already. Thank you for the raid. Hello, welcome. We're just playing some we're about to start D&D, where we're in an escape room. And we have to solve a bunch of escape room puzzles to get out.
Oh, that's right.
It's fun, I like it.
So how about for all of our new raiders, you explain what happened when we last left our heroes?
So, last week we started our day in this dungeon, which turned out to be, I guess a dungeon's always an escape room, but this was more of an escape room type dungeon, where we had to solve a bunch of clues, including a cipher, which each room, there's 7 rooms, has their own cipher, and a cipher piece maybe in it. And we've been going through each one. The first room was a long hallway filled with lasers, where Harrow nearly fried his behind. Luckily, Danzan came in as a mirror and saved his behind a little bit from getting a little too toasted.
Saved my toasty butt.
And then we went into room 6, which was a maze, and I was stupid, and I was like, let's follow the right wall, because technically, if you ever go into a maze or whatnot, you're supposed to put your hand on the right wall and then just follow it. But no, the clue was stay left. So guess what we didn't do?
Technically, the rule is called the left-hand rule.
No, it's right hand. It's right
It's
hand.
the left-hand rule.
Obviously, it's the right-hand rule because they all, both start with R.
Yeah.
Right hand rule.
Yeah, it's the right hand rule.
It's an alliteration.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We failed that one, but we won it anyway. Where Cricket found a bunch of shadows, and I was just kind of fooling around, and I started naming them, and that made Killian mad, and it made Danzan mad, and it was just funny. Then we went into the 7th room that was filled with willow wisps that tried to suck our souls out like little vacuum cleaners or something. And they're also super bright and they were blinding us. So we had to make this little sundial in the middle of the room, make it high noon with all of the light that they were producing. Then we just finished off this room where there was a bunch of mummies in it. And I don't know if we were supposed to just scare them with the fire, but instead of scaring them, we
Set the entire room on fire.
set the entire everything on fire. Same thing. And we got the key that way. And now we're gonna go into this 3rd room, which is covered up, but it has a chess board in it. And we have to do chess. And I don't know how to do chess, so I'm not gonna do this.
Excellent.
Sweet.
All right. So then let me pick back up with a bit of a description of this room. I gave you a whole week to solve it. Let's see how that worked out.
Done.
Oh,
I
good.
believe in you, Connor.
Go for it, Connor.
Does Harrow know the
I could-
answer? No. No.
It wasn't revealed to me.
Oh yeah, you're not looking at it. Who here knows how to play this game?
What game?
Come in the room and look at it. I don't know what this is. It looks like checkers or something, but like has weird. Do they have pieces on the board, or they're just writing on the floor?
Those are actual pieces.
Okay.
So these pieces are human-sized at this point. The white pieces are glowing with a faint light.
Wizard chess.
Is
I
that
bet
what
I
this
know.
is?
No, it's my turn to do something.
Uh,
Okay.
When
Wow, Danzan, calm down.
I'm just so used to knowing everything.
When Danzan and Cricket first approached the room, they saw these letters above the doorway. And sure enough, they came into this checkerboard square room with all these life-size pieces standing in a particular arrangement. Just for clarity, you can see that each of those spaces has a particular initial relating to a particular chess piece.
So the cipher for this room says mate in 1. I don't know what that means. Do we make the statues,
No,
no.
no.
I think we have to take him out to
Mm,
dinner
we
first.
don't.
Hmm.
That's not what it means.
Oh.
Killian just sort of clears his throat a little bit. It's not what it means.
How do you know?
Because this is clearly a chessboard, and what it means is checkmate.
All right,
that
chess
is-
boy, show us how it's done.
All right, checkmate.
Believe it or not, we used to play this a lot back in camp.
You checked your mates.
We
Unily.
played chess.
Ooh.
At band camp?
She like hurriedly walks over to Harrow and then like punches him in the arm and goes, checkmate!
Oh, I've been checked by my mate.
And checkmate, not a mate check.
Oh,
I thought that was a vibe check.
learning more things
that's
every
this is
day.
a vibe
in the
check.
stomach.
No, that's a gut check.
Oh, then what's a vibe check?
I don't know. What's a vibe check with you?
I think it has to do with vehicles.
All right. So, do I have to get like either side, or am I playing as a? Am I ivory over obsidian here?
Are you just shouting out loud?
Yeah.
Is this how you play?
If this counts as like a hint or something, and I'm being penalized, just don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
Penalized? Wait.
No. I'm just curious what side I'm supposed to be on for this scenario.
Did I not leave enough clues there for you?
I literally did just seeing this.
Let's see. Did you catch the part where the white pieces are glowing?
I did not.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Well,
It's a little
could've
hard to
assumed-
tell. Can you turn the lights down?
Are you
I'll
kidding
be
me?
honest.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Let's see. So. Checkmate in one turn.
I imagine Cricket and the rest of the group are just kind of staring intently at Killian, thinking.
Either that or punching each other.
Yeah, Harrow
You want me to
does not
continue
know.
punching people? Is this the vibe check I'm getting? Dice mean yes. It's okay, Killian. Take your time.
Okay.
I need that like gif of Gary.
A GIF?
Sorry, GIF? Is that what you want from me?
Yes.
Get out. I'm gonna play chess now. Fuck this.
Do we get any
Where
like
is-
cool bracelets for this dungeon?
Some swag.
Bracelets?
commemorative bracelet?
Yeah.
No.
To
What sort of
remember-
expectation is that?
to remember this experience forever and ever, and then to like let other people know about this experience forever and ever. Like, where'd you get that cool
So-
bracelet that might explode if you go behind the wrong door?
Exploding bracelet.
Chelsea, I have to ask you about the escape rooms you've been to in real life.
That was one of them.
What?
Yeah, California, 2016. Anyway,
The White Queen is surprisingly absent. I'm
Did you-
assuming that is because of the Black Bishop.
Oh yeah, BB key.
Maybe it's a clue.
Bookie. A clue. A clue.
wait, what?
Above game, I do know if you want the solution.
Oh, you already figured it out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look at you.
So maybe it's a clue.
I know above game that the bishop piece can move diagonally.
Yes, you can only move diagonally.
I don't know.
And there's a white
So
bishop in
it's-
position to get directly diagonal from the king on the black side.
Yes, but it need to do it in one move.
How many
need to-
spaces can a bishop move in one turn?
I think indefinite.
As many?
Then if it's in one turn,
And I need to get checkmate in one turn. And if I go like this, I take the pawn, but I'd have to wait for next turn to take the king, and then the king can just go.
Well, no, that is correct. You would have above game. You would have checkmate if you put the B to the P. Or you'd have the whichever is greater. Which is the bigger check? Is it the check or checkmate when they can't do anything else?
The king has to move while it's threatened.
Oh, I thought it was the
Because
other
that's
way
one
around.
move to put him in check.
Yeah. But it says mate in one turn.
It says mate in one turn, so it has to be a checkmate.
It has to be a checkmate. I have to make sure that the king cannot move.
The knights are.
Well, we can't go into the other spot because the knight will kill him there.
The knights are the ones that move in the L shape, right?
I don't know.
I think that is checkmate also, because if it goes either direction.
And also, there's this spot where the queen can just go next turn.
Well, if you go here,
which makes me think it might be something that
this has to go here because it can't go here, and it
Well,
can't
go
also
there
go.
because the pawn.
It can't go here because this will kill it here or here. No matter which one of these the king goes to, this knight will kill it. So you have to. So if you put that there, it either has to kill that, but it can't because you'll kill it, or it has to kill this, but it can't kill it unless something else can kill this knight.
It would be really cool if you like put this on a ship.
What?
No, I'm talking to Clam, not you. Continue solving.
I think we're on the right track with the bishop, to be honest. Can the king... How can the king move? I need to look that up.
He can go any direction in only one space.
Also, chat, please don't. I know you're all being good, but continue to be good. Don't tell us the answer.
So
suffer with us.
If hang on, I need to look at the rules as well.
Says he can capture an opponent piece within one square. The king can move diagonally any direction, like Eric said.
Yeah, but only one.
Only one.
Chino, you're good. We appreciate rules.
The king is a slow piece that can move only one step in every direction, forward, backward, to the sides, or diagonally. The king can capture any of the opponent's pieces that are standing in any square surrounding the king. So yeah, if we move the bishop here,
if you put that bishop there, unless anything can kill the knight. Yeah.
If you put the ship in the desert.
nothing else but the king can kill the bishop. But the king can kill the bishop. Correct?
Oh wait, see the white knight?
We need him to.
One right
in
here.
order to go.
If you put the bishop here and the king takes it, the knight immediately puts the king in check.
You're right, that is checkmate. So bishop to this space, which I don't know the numbers. You're right. That works. That absolutely works.
Yeah.
Because the knight moves in an L shape, so that's perfect.
If the king kills the bishop, then it leaves him open to the knight, and if the king stays put, then the bishop takes the king. And
the king has to move when threatened. There's no way out.
There's no getting out of that. Yeah.
So it's checkmate.
So I'm going to say, with the help of Viltartus's big intelligence score, bishop to this square right here is checkmate. My final answer. I fold my arms over my chest.
Why is chess so bloody complicated?
The thinky
For
game.
checkers.
It's not really all that complicated. It's just about thinking ahead.
Oh, maybe it's a good thing I never actually learned how to play chess. I'm really good at that stuff.
What?
That would just be a hole for me to go into forever.
I'm awful at thinking ahead.
I
wasn't that great at it, but I
used to
laid
do
it a
it
lot.
with competitive Pokemon at the time. You always had to plan what you thought someone was going to throw out against you to counter what you were going to do. And
Yep.
it was fun. I always love that stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much chess. That's why like top tier high level chess is really annoying to play because you're like, I cannot think of
God.
50 moves ahead. Please stop.
I just saw the fucking meme. Outstanding maneuver.
Willie,
Hello?
you're muted.
Willie is dead.
Oh, you haven't been able to hear me this
We
whole
could-
time.
Nope.
Oh,
man,
you
I thought
haven't
there were no
answered us
rules.
in a while, so I was like, maybe we're just. That's why I was just kind of
Cam
rambling.
screamed at you? Oh my goodness.
He did? Why?
I'm just picturing like one of those little rooms with like one-way glass, and we can't even hear Clam because like his mic got cut off, and he's just like. Blah, 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 blah.
Imagine if Jigsaw had to go through this shit.
I imagine Cricket's just like, yeah, he's liking all of my ideas. He's just writing them down.
So, the big question that I asked out loud was, Killian, you just said that out loud?
Oh, do I have to like go in and fucking move it? Because I will.
He will. If he can't, I
assist
will.
if you need help.
Knock the pawn over.
You just gotta
No, we just push it
Dexterity
forward,
saving
right?
throw?
dexterity saving throw. Oh shit! What the?
No. So, all three of you are on the board, and
Yes.
let's see, it looks like Killian and Biltaudis are surrounding the bishop, while Cricket is precariously close to the pawn.
No,
guys,
she's
I
ready to
remember
push
some
the
dangerous
knight.
things about wizards chess.
Should I not? She leaves.
How many? 3 of you are on the board? Okay.
So, Killian, on 3?
Yep.
Lift?
And
Yep.
you?
And you're both
Pretty sure.
Billy, do you have strength?
Not anymore, but we'll see how this goes.
Oh my gosh.
Here I go.
1,
you both
2, 3.
and up it goes. It's a little heavy, not really enough for a strength check, but you're able to lift up the bishop, no problem.
All right, just take it diagonally. And, yep. Scooch that pawn over. Knock it over if you want.
Biltaudis is just going to kick the bitch.
It makes a loud clang as it falls down.
Ah. Okay, set it down gently so I don't crush my toes.
Yep, done.
Now look up to the sky. Checkmate.
Amazing.
Sure enough, as soon as you put the bishop down, you see the Black King rumble. And then
Get out of the way.
it tips over. Kunk, kunk. All the white pieces stop glowing.
How do I erase?
Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, there. Good.
Outstanding move. Thank you.
So then I was thinking on the ship, you have a bunch of locked doors.
I can't afford a ship!
Aw. Why not? I didn't say it had to be big.
Yeah.
You afford this house?
Yeah, this place can't be cheap.
Exactly! I'm out of money!
That's why you should start selling like tickets to this thing.
Yeah, charge people for this.
Precisely.
This is great, Clam.
Yeah.
If you went and sold this, you could really make a name for yourself.
I do have a name. And he shuts up very quickly.
Oh, do you? Let us know so we can tell everyone about it.
Right, my
We can give
name
you free
is-
advertisement.
Listen, I work on commission. Clearly.
And who better to commission you than Force Grey, who could always use labyrinths and traps like this?
The
Or
cops!
ne'er-do-wells.
You know, I'm not to be that guy, but I'm not certain how often Force Grey works with people that are clearly necromancers in some shape or form.
You'd be
Wait, this guy's a
surprised.
necromancer?
I'm
You
not a
haven't seen-
necromancer.
The things that we've been fighting up until this point.
He
They
said
were
he's not a
all un-
necromancer.
Do
But
you
he
trust
mans
that?
all these necros?
And you trust that?
He sounds honest.
I mean, we could always have him swear on his name.
I I didn't
Just
think he
being-
personally erased all these dead. I just figured he found them.
I figured
You're
he
being
just
mean
like
at this point.
shoved him in here or something somehow.
How?
In a
How
box.
did he shove 5 mummies in here?
You ship them out in crates.
Whatever that,
In crates.
whatever that
Get
bull
enough
thing
clerics would
was.
turn dead.
Killian's just visibly pissed off.
Are you? I hope you're writing this down. All right. Anyway,
You
So
say
that's-
Clam's a bad guy?
I always thought of him
So
as
that's
a
ano-
friend.
so that's
Clam
another
evil.
puzzle down.
Is there a key on the former king piece?
Let us see.
The key.
The king.
King.
You take a look at the downed king. You can make a quick investigation check.
I'll make a quick investigation check.
16.
Very quick. Okay.
I am somewhat smart.
So you kind of look underneath the downed king, and you can see that there is one part of its chest cavity that you can kind of depress upward, so it's uppress. I couldn't say how that works. But then it pops open. And there is, in fact, a obsidian key.
Oh,
You know, I just realized I made Cricket smarter than I am now.
well, it's artificial intelligence, Siltotus.
Fuck off.
It is.
Don't
I'm not
worry, you're all
insulting
smarter than
anybody.
me.
That's undisputed.
That means I'm right.
Yes.
I'm right. I am dumb.
So, it's another key we have. It means we've got one left, unless there was something down here, which I don't think there was.
As you recall, that was the way you had come in, and there is no longer a door there.
Definitely nothing there.
That door is no more. It has ceased to be. It has joined the crowd invisible.
Actually, you know what? When you made that comment, make a perception check, Siltatus.
That's a 4.
Never mind.
But you know what? I have spells, so I'll just cast See Invisibility.
look around you at the moment, and you don't really see anyone except that this wisp has a weird face on it right now. It's kind of looking at you.
There's a face.
Yeah.
What?
Kind of like the moon face emoji.
Oh no.
I've never seen that. What does that look like?
You haven't?
You
seen the moon face
haven't?
emoji? That's
What?
one of my favorite ones.
All right.
It would be.
Of course. I mean, both of them.
I can't even show you on Discord because those are the different moon face. Same with Twitch.
Here we go. Kind of looks like that.
The hell?
Yeah.
Kind of like the
There's-
sun from Teletubbies.
There's also this one too, but this wisp is golden, so.
Good job, everybody.
Thanks, Danzan.
Yep.
Viltatus will poke the wisp. Why do you have a face?
It gets up close. And you can hear like faint, soft whispers in your ear. Words you can't really understand.
What language are they in?
Let's see. What language would this be? Technically Moonspeak.
Oh, that's Danzan's territory.
Oh, not that. Sorry.
Wow.
Jeez. But make a wisdom saving throw. For a second, you almost hear Tortoise! And then it fades away. Very briefly.
Did that sound like Harshnag?
A little bit.
Is this wisp tangible or intangible?
It is.
I wish to grip it firmly. With both hands.
I don't think you can do that to a wisp. Hold on a second. No, there's nothing to grab.
Viltatus is just making grabby hands at it.
Just punch it. Punch the air where it stands. Hey, come over here.
Why'd you even let that thing out of its cage anyway?
Did we? It just kind of followed
Cage
them.
What?
from that unlocked room that it was in.
There isn't a cage. What?
No, there was a cage.
Do I happen to see anything as that thumping goes by?
You do not.
Aw, I was hoping he was invisible.
So Cricket comes close to the fourth door. Look what we got here.
So, the fourth room. You take a look above the doorway into this dark, smoky area, and you see this code.
Now that was the Moonspeak.
And sure enough, you can't really make out anything besides smoke out to like 5 feet. Come on, reveal. Reveal. There we go.
Find the fan?
No, find the fin. Oh,
It's a J, so it's fan.
it is a J. Sorry.
Hmm.
Also, how dare you?
What'd I do?
I bet Danzang could just turn into a fan.
Well, clearly we need a fan to blow this smoke away or something, I imagine.
I wonder if I can use my mundane polymorph racial ability to do this.
It sounds very much so up your very own alley, Danzam.
Indeed. Or like prestidigitation would probably do the same thing. Let me consult my character sheet.
How'd you do that? How'd you say that?
Prestidigitation, it's the ultimate spell. Let's see.
Oh yeah, you can create a puff of wind.
It's little by little.
The fan was with us all along.
Dan's fan.
Unless I've got
Dan
something
fan.
better. I don't.
Wait a
I do
moment.
have mundane polymorph though, so I can turn into a hand fan,
Which giant runes do we have again?
which rhymes with dancing.
Not a wind one.
Oh, I was hoping we'd have a wind one.
We have ice and fire.
And stone,
Yeah.
which Arrow was holding on to.
Wait,
We
do
could make
I
the
have
room
anything
really
for this?
cold and condensate.
Hang on.
And I can just.
You're going to make yourself lightheaded if you do that. Just saying.
Wait, really?
Okay. Don't try it.
I was like hyperventilating in the corner.
I'm going to use my mundane polymorph to turn into a hand fan, which rhymes with Danzan. I'm the Danzan hand fan, y'all.
The fan falls on the floor.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to go over here. So you want to just like flap it around in front of the fog, I guess?
As well.
Oh, all right. Guess I'll do it then.
You said you were holding it. Go for it.
I was you were taking front. I was gonna hand it to you, but yep, here I go.
And Viltanis assists with prestidigitation.
Okay, so Killian is waving a fan. You're using magic to push the smoke away, and Cricket is blowing really hard.
Yep, that's about right.
Okay. So,
Oh, wait, Clam, I just had an idea.
huh?
We already found the fan. Cricket's a big fan of your work and your names.
God, that's
Hey! Yeah, I guess so.
it's clever, but it isn't the intended solution.
Aw.
You hear
Are we
more
making-
thumping around.
Are we making any progress with this at all?
So, in your attempts to fan away the smoke and all of your efforts at once kind of pushes away a good 5 feet of the smoke momentarily. And in that moment, you can't help but notice something skitter along the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
What is that?
And then the
It's another-
smoke returns.
It's another water deviant spider.
I mean, I do have an idea.
Water Davy versus Water Davy?
No, I'm not going to lose my hand like that. What I was thinking was fairy fire. Make whatever's in there glow.
Oh.
Wow.
So let's see, 20 foot?
Mm-hmm.
Each object within 20-foot range. Doesn't even have to be a place you can see. Wow, alright.
Oh yes, creatures and objects. Neat.
Let me just do this.
Ooh. Know what else you could do? You could have like an elevator type machine where people like go into to cast votes on whether they think people would do points against them or not. Oh, and make it a point system game. Or
What?
what? No?
I make dungeons!
Yeah,
No.
escape dungeons.
You know, the more I hear about this idea of yours, Cricket, the more it sounds like there's no escape.
I mean,
Or more specifically, zero escape from it.
You had to work really hard for that one.
I screwed it up the first time I said it, so I had to correct it.
So, as I push buttons, and all four of these things manage to fail their save, so you see these skittering, like, weird little monsters crawling around in faint pink lights amongst the smoke.
ew. I don't like scorpions. He backs away.
They're a little bit more menacing than scorpions, one could say.
I mean, I know what they are, but Cricket doesn't.
Can I see them?
You can see the pink outlines of them.
Can I
What
see
are they,
them?
rust monsters or something?
Mmm.
They're reminiscent of rust monsters.
Make a nature check.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in that. 23.
Those are, in fact, rust monsters.
Hey, nice. I fed one a crossbow bolt once.
Lethally?
So, Harrow,
A Slim Jim?
I'm listening.
would you like to take a jolly old stroll through there? You're the only one not wearing stuff made of metal.
What does that have to do with anything?
They
That
eat
sounds
metal.
not.
Do they eat non-metal?
No.
Oh. Sure, why not?
See, Danzan may not have anything metal, but he's got balls of steel. Same thing.
I'm
Go for it.
also being used as a bait.
Alright, well, if my party says they're not gonna eat me, I will just trust them blindly and go in.
Here, give me anything that you have that's metal.
I jump like a bunch of daggers and weapons, a bunch of bolts. There's just a pile of sharp objects on the floor where I was once standing.
Oh, thanks. Yoink.
Yoink.
I didn't count those, but I hope they're all there when I get back.
Oh, they will.
Oh, real quick, Harrow, in case you die, which you won't.
Huh?
Was your mission earlier actually successful? You know, when I turned you invisible and you went to grab the thing.
Do a backflip.
What was the question?
Did you get that bag of holding
Yes!
you were turned invisible for?
This bag? I hold up the bag of holding.
Yeah, the
Oh.
one you stole.
You
No,
what?
you found it.
I found it. Someone was holding it and I picked it up.
Squint.
Anyway, going into the scorpion dungeon now.
Do a flip.
Really
Harrow.
do a flip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to do it. Make an acrobatics check. You're making a flip.
excited for
my
this
character
flip.
sheet's in dark mode.
Ooh.
Pretty good flip,
Obviously.
except no one can see it because you're in the middle of the smoke.
How
Aw.
cool did that look?
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Arrow continues unknowing that nobody
So-
can flip.
I assume you have your hand along the wall. You can't really see more than 5 feet in front of you. But you have this jittering feeling on your skin as you're walking into this den filled with all these rust monsters chattering about.
Why do I feel like I should have thought about this more before I did it?
You feel something start to slightly crawl up your leg.
I yeet it!
As you proceed forward.
What if I just do this? What happens?
You keep moving forward. You can't help but feel that you might have just stepped on one, and you hear it let out a quick.
Oh, it's almost worse.
And it feels like they are surrounding you even more, just kind of sniffing you out for anything you might have.
I go faster. I hope there's no metal on me.
How much money do you have on your person?
Not a lot, luckily. Wait, do they eat that?
I said, give
They
me all the
metal?
metal you have. Did you not give me the
money is not
coin?
in this
I
setting.
probably would have dumped all of the metal I had. And probably non-metal objects too, just in case.
Harrow,
So you're naked.
alone, in like the heart of darkness, possibly entering into Ravenloft.
I wear cloth
That would be-
armor.
You are super a necromancer if this reaches a raven roll.
Ignore that last comment.
Okay.
What comment?
I make it here mostly clothed. What do I find?
Wait, does that mean Sir House is a necromancer?
Who?
Actually, wait, Killian, are you a necromancer? You
I
did
am
bring me back to
certain.
life.
No, you could also have. You could have a construct and name it Q.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
I
Have it
don't
be-
understand your logic.
Have it pretend to be a small child and then like fuck with everyone. It'd be funny. Man, I love this game. Dungeons.
You don't know from where, but it feels like you have eyes boring down on you. Even you, Viltatus, cannot see where these eyes could possibly be coming from.
They're coming from the fourth wall. It's Willy staring you down.
Harrow, meanwhile,
Yes.
your eyes, you sure enough do feel a pedestal, possibly. But I'm gonna need a perception check from you.
I perceive. Wait, is this a metal key?
You don't think you still can't quite find it. And it feels like you're becoming more and more like surrounded by these curious little monsters.
Hey,
Willy.
question. If the key was metal and one of them ate it, what would we do?
Well, they'd probably be dissolving by now. They don't necessarily
Oh.
eat metal, they dissolve it, then eat the sludge.
Gross.
Guys, there's no key here.
Willie, could I try to distract the rust monsters by firing one of my crossbow bolts in there?
You're welcome.
Assuming it has a metal tip.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Firing blindly, so good luck, Harrow.
Do a flip.
All right, that wasn't a complete failure. So And sure enough, the skittering heads halfway down the hallway. And you can hear these things fighting over this crossbow bolt.
Cricket's gonna throw out 5 pieces of copper.
How far do you throw it out?
No, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I was like, right in the... Oh, never mind.
You are welcome to search again, Hera.
I will. And I guess there doesn't happen to be like an actual fan here as well, right? Like the
Sure
fan we were
enough,
supposed to use that isn't dancing.
you do not see a fan here.
Or a
But
key?
you do find, kind of hidden underneath this pedestal. Oh, that looks to be an iron key. You also find a fragment of stone. It's a tablet there as well.
I leave that. We don't need it. I take this key though.
Could I create a
Right.
trail of crossbow bolts, leading them to,
Yes.
say, the
Somewhere
6th
else?
pathway?
No, send them through the laser pathway.
Yes, send them
Actually,
down
yeah,
number
could I do that,
5.
Willie?
Oh my goodness.
Willie's like, God damn it.
I would advise Cricket and Killian to get the hell out of Dodge.
I'm gonna move away.
Move my pile of weapons!
She thinks they're
How-
like a cockroach, like, scorpion thing. She's just like, ugh.
How high is the ceiling, Willie?
Oh, the ceiling. How high is it? I would assume it's probably like 20 feet. Maybe not. This is a small, like, place in Waterdeep. So it's probably about 15 feet high.
Still higher than they can reach. Beltadis will keep his ass to the ceiling as he's making this trail of crossbow bolts.
Killian, pick up my daggers!
Okay.
I have them.
Okay, good. And the purple weapons. Any weapons that are purple are very important.
More or less, this is where the trail's going to lead. Assuming you can see that.
Yep, I sure can. I need to make some intelligence throws.
How big is the key?
And anything that's further down that path, just assume I shoot them out of the crossbow, and I will roll if you need me to.
The key is bigger than your hand, Hera.
That's too big to fit in my mouth. I guess I won't hide the key anywhere. I'll just wait until all the scorpions are gone and try and walk out.
Ooh, or you could like put people in like a school maybe, and then like bar them in there.
What the fuck?
And then maybe have them murder each other to get out, maybe.
You're not allowed to leave this dungeon.
You know
Start
I've
wearing
designed a
black and
school
white.
before, right?
You did?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was some fine work.
Nice, nice. You have to show me sometime. Very
I'm
intrigued.
sure you'll find out on your own at this rate.
Clam's school for gifted students?
Maybe.
I rolled the intelligence check, and they have no self-preservation. Not a lick. But you see
Oh,
these things just running across the hall and getting lasered. But Harrow doesn't know that.
I hope he didn't need those, Clam.
Is this not the answer to the puzzle? You can't even be mad at me. I didn't even solve this one.
Well, you know, I'm just saying it's harder to transport rust monsters than it is mummies.
Yeah, that's fair. But again, wooden crate. Eh?
Actually, she makes a good point. A wooden crate would work fine.
And it's cheap.
Oh.
Yeah, you
And
don't have to throw
reusable.
down the money for... I mean, the metal ones are too, but they're like heavier. It makes sense for like super duper crazy creatures, you know, but like...
But is a wooden crate really all that secure?
If you fasten it well enough, yes.
Yeah,
Use some
yeah.
rope.
How many rust monsters can you fit in a bag of holding?
I'm sorry?
They can't breathe in there.
Oh, that's no good.
That's actually... Hold on.
So all of the rust monsters have lasered themselves to death. Harrow is naked, alone, and has no clue what to do next.
I'm gonna say they were lit up, so if I don't see any more glowing things in the hallway, I'd probably assume it's A-okay.
That is a good point. Good going.
Hmm.
What did I miss, guys?
Technically, the
I
rust
put my clothes
monsters
back on.
may be able to survive in the bag of holding for a couple of hours to several days.
Oh, how'd you know exactly what I was thinking?
Scientists have known that some insects can hold their breath for hours or days, and new studies suggest why. Too much air would kill them. Insects breathe in and out through holes called spiracles that are located all throughout their bodies. Interesting.
Which is fun because insects used to be nearly as large as dinosaurs, smaller dinosaurs,
What the fuck?
because there was more oxygen on the planet back in that age.
Mm-hmm.
Insects were huge.
Yeah.
The fact there's less oxygen in the world now is why they're so small.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Every time you breathe, you make ants smaller.
Good.
Well, sooner or later, they won't even be in my house. I put poison down for them today.
So that should be the last key.
Yeah, looks like we got them all.
I assume there's places to put them in that pedestal in the center.
No, it's the door.
There's a door. Is it right here?
I thought the door had like a bunch of keyholes on it.
Yep, it sure did.
Haha.
Are you still naked?
No. Frantically puts back on clothes.
Cool.
He did like a reverse Yakuza thing there.
Well, allow me to put the first one in. Slam that little key in that hole.
You can see that the keyholes have the same material as their appropriate, like, respective keys as well. Just one more visual puzzle, of course. But you're able to put it in, and you hear
Slam Zero Escapes. I think that's a good name.
that is not a good name. I will find a name. Don't you worry about it.
Oh. You sure you don't want to steal it?
No, because I'm not a dirty thief.
You could borrow it.
Clam, you stole our hearts with this ingenious design.
It's true.
Well,
Dirty heart thief.
I
You've won my
resemble that remark.
You've stolen my respect too.
Hey, wait. I'm a dirty thief. Do I have your respect?
It's true. Look at him. He's covered in dirt.
I assume you put in the rest of the keys then?
I think I only had one, so.
Oh. Oops.
Cricket has 2, so she puts 2 in.
3 keys are in.
Come on, guys, put your keys in
Gillian
the door.
and Dan have the other ones.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Tadas did not help much in this venture.
It's okay.
You did a lot, Tadas.
Let me sidle up to the funny will-o'-the-wisp here and build a staircase out of my nuts or something and get up there.
What?
Well, he's short, I guess.
Whatever crazy thing I get up to.
It's a really disturbing imagery that Danzig could just use his nuts, kind of like picturing like Hootie from the Owl House.
Oh my goodness. I do not appreciate that mental image.
I'm sorry.
All 6 keys enter into the door. The door proceeds to split open, and the walls go flush to the sides, revealing a hallway with another door.
Ingenious! More doors! I love this!
Well done. You have solved my in progress dungeon. A puzzle dungeon as opposed to the typical trap dungeon, which you kind of ran through very tepidly last time, so I decided to change it up, of course.
I like this one. It was a much... This is very creative. Mwah. You don't see
And it
dungeons
is-
like this very often, so it's 10 out of 10, honestly. Can I give you 5 stars out of 5? Like, maybe 6 out of
You
5?
cannot touch the stars, you are on the ground!
But I can ride the lightning.
Not with that
And
attitude.
sparks.
But you still have one more challenge ahead of you.
Death?
Adjacent.
Woo!
Combat.
You look above the door ahead of you, and you see these letters.
Wait a moment, death adjacent. Am I the final challenge? I died recently.
Zawo Wagooms.
I didn't realize there's gonna be another one. Hold on, let's see.
I may have left that last tablet piece, but I didn't think we needed it.
Oh, wow.
That's
Is
what I was
anybody
thinking.
there? I mean, because it's not that far off.
Yeah.
Oh. Lich.
Oh.
God damn it.
I knew it was combat.
Can't have shit in this house.
That is not death adjacent, that is death avoidant.
That's still adjacent.
Who's the lich?
Just
Are
going
you
in the
the
opposite
lich?
direction.
Hello, Clam, the lich.
Well, just pass through the door if you want to finish this thing off.
Did I tell you? What did I say? There's no way that there is this much undead in this dungeon without some sort of necromantic fuckery going on.
I mean,
Listen, if it's dead, it's cheap, you know?
you grave rob it?
I can't fault that.
The door opens for you. I'm gonna just put you all right there. As the doors behind you close.
Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp.
And there, laying on a final pedestal, lit by 2 dim torches, is a skull.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
What? No terror?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you know we were hill giants once? Have you ever smelled a hill giant? Now
Yes.
that's terror.
Clem, you basically built an amusement park for adventurers. This is great.
This is so much fun. I actually haven't had this much fun in months.
You can hear Clam put his claws up against his brow. Actually, Diltaudus, you have seen visibility. Sure enough, there the little man is. Kind of just like... goes over to the skull. And then he kind of like slaps the top of the skull. It starts to rattle.
So,
Yes?
when I see him, I'm gonna cast fairy fire on him so he can't benefit from invisibility.
Oh my goodness.
So dirty.
I'm just picturing it's like
Are
one
you
of those little
kidding
wind-up
me?
teeth.
Cricket's just humming.
Look, I just came from a session where I was a wild mage with chaos incarnate. I'm still very much in the chaos mood.
Well, I mean, Clam usually has really high dex, but that means nothing when he fails.
I guess he and that
Anyway.
skull would be glowing.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second on the skull, though. The skull succeeds. Even though it wasn't even moving. I can't explain that one. But Clam knocks the skull. It starts to, like, rattle and scream. And you can see Clam look very proud of himself until he realizes that he can see his hands. And kind of looks back at all of you.
It's so nice to see you. Hello.
You're not supposed to... Go... Yeah.
Is he just in the room with us, like hiding in the corner? Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
He is knocking on the wall and basically slips into a hole. Whoop. Where's the... Come on. And you hear crashing and banging in the walls as he switches over to... Then we go this one.
Were we not supposed to pay attention to the man behind the curtain?
No!
Oh, well, it was nice seeing you.
Well,
We're just throwing him curveball after curveball.
He's
I went from
confused.
being mad at him way at the beginning of the campaign to being like, I like him now.
you hear underneath his breath, very slightly, try not to die. As the rickety skull approaches. Roll for initiative. Wow, alright.
Nat 20.
18.
Let's see. A soft 20.
For who of you?
Killian.
It is the skull that is approaching.
And 9 for Dan Man. I'll be back here. This was a bad idea, you guys.
It's true. He would say that.
He would.
He would have
I
been
knew you
freaking
should
out.
know
I
this.
wish! I told you we should have been in here.
Oh.
Insight?
Good luck. It is now Bill Taudis' turn.
Okie dokie. Let me just see the range on this. Ahaha. Okay, 10-foot radius sphere. Real quick. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, it's centered on whatever the hell this thing is. Just gonna cast Shatter.
Shatter. Ooh. Okay.
DC 16 con save.
Got it. Let me just pull this up real quick. And it succeeds.
That means half as much damage, so half of 15. So 7.
I will say, in that moment, you notice it kind of do a weird. I can't really call it a backflip when it's just a head, but it did a backflip and it avoided most of your shatter.
Most.
Oh my god. It's just a wind-up teeth.
Well, I do believe that's all I can do. That's my turn.
Which will bring us over to Killian.
All right. I smell the fuckery of undead here. So I'm gonna go.
Oh.
Who dares? I've burned!
Whoa.
My impression got better all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
I got done. I got some energy. I want to fucking do this. Let's go.
Oh, join us in fighting this
Alright.
lich.
Nice!
You've rolled a 9 on your initiative with a demi-lich.
Oh, that's good.
Welcome to the game, Gaijin.
You sure you didn't steal that one, Killian?
I did not, actually.
Okay,
Uh.
just making sure.
I guess you're not green anymore.
No, he's still green.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, Patrick.
Well.
Say.
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Holy Weapon. And you'd better believe I'm rushing in there.
You look at this
Uh,
thing. It looks
hello.
back at you with rhinestone eyes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I swing at it.
If you were trying to get a song stuck on my head, Willie, you succeeded.
Excellent.
I'll be using the Lightbringer for this.
Good, good.
So, first attack. Oh, not great. That's a 12.
That misses.
Actually, you know what? Channel Divinity. What the fuck?
Oh.
ever.
Okay, that
It's
hits.
22. Yep.
Thunk.
Here I go. Oh, great. 6 bludgeoning, 1 radiant, an additional 1 radiant, and an additional 12 radiant.
You
Yep.
see it kind of twitch in midair at your hits.
I feel like you could shake a bunch of dice and that would be like teeth rattling.
Ooh.
That'd be a really cool dice tray,
Them
actually.
bones.
Just
Oh,
shake him up inside the skull, and then the mouth opens up.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds like it.
Ooh,
Bad dice, call me.
like a
Anyway.
Pez dispenser of dice.
Uh, I guess it would kind of be. Anyway, that's my turn.
Killian, can you make one perception check for me, please?
Sure. 19.
Huh. It's interesting. Something is off about this particular lich.
Something is off about this particular lich,
But even with your 19, you can't quite put your finger on it.
but I don't know what it is.
Can I perceive it?
Maybe on your turn, but for
Damn
now, it is the lich's turn. And it proceeds to scream. Wah!
That's a scream right
I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
Mine fucking ears.
Well, in real life, I failed.
there. Oh no!
Oh.
It's not me! There we go. Big 4.
Little fool.
12?
We all die.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Hang on, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Yeah.
Burn that inspiration.
Okay, 19. That's way better.
Jonathan!
So what happens, Willie?
The people who got underneath a 15 are reduced to 0 hit points.
Oh, Viltanis dies again!
It's not even my fault this time.
Wait, can I use my inspiration?
You just did!
No, I didn't. I used Indomitable.
Oh. You get one more shot.
Fucking fail me now.
Yes! Join me, Cheru! Together we could die.
Man, I'm glad I showed up.
Yeah.
Thunk, thunk,
So how many of us have 0 HP?
thunk, thunk.
All of you except me, because I rolled a 19.
I'm at 1 because my death ward went off.
Ah.
Oh my god, Clam, fuck you.
You came before I tested this thing!
Hi!
It is now Cricket's turn.
You tell me, buddy.
Roll a death saving throw.
Oh.
That is 1 failure. Alright, which brings us back over to Danzan.
Oh boy. Give me a minute. Things have happened very quickly, and I'm still catching up. Let's
When I
see.
just got here, what happened?
I literally just walked in the door. I don't know what to expect from me. Let's see here. Sphere or let's see here. Okay, hang on. So Willie, wall of force, right? It's a total of 40 feet, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Hody hum, hody hum, hody hum. This is this thing that we just walked into, this demi-lich. It's literally just a skull, correct?
Yeah, it is a skull with rhinestone eyes. Yep.
Let's see here. Okay, so he's now in a cube.
Thunk, thunk. You have cubed my skull.
A thunk, a thunk.
What?
No one hurts my friends, you giant floating piece of crap. Shut up! I just woke up. boy, oh boy, I have no AoE healing whatsoever. That's why,
Just kick his butt.
it doesn't work like that when everyone's dying.
Oh, doesn't.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't your grandpappy AoE healing?
Use a single
No.
healing on Killian.
I
Healing
can't
spirit
because
isn't?
I can't because I literally just boxed in the boss so we can get up and figure out what the hell is going on. Boo, 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 boo. Hang on, I think I have something here. Does anyone have any potions on their person?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
Cricket has 2.
Would you hate me if I grabbed one of them off of your almost corpse and just force fed it to you?
Oh, but
Never. No.
Excellent.
That's
I
why
do
they're
that
there.
I do that with my bonus action.
All right.
Can you solve
then,
my being
I'll
dead?
dance and I'll scream out, "Killing these bots, then help me get everyone up."
So, who are you bringing back up?
Cricket.
Cricket. Okay.
What
Cool.
what kind of potion is it there, Cricket?
It's just normal. The basic one. It's the 1d4 plus 4, I think.
Okay.
Was it 1d4 or 2d4?
I thought it was
Or-
2d4.
Oh,
Yeah.
2d4.
1d4
It's been a
seems very
while.
low.
I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Oh. That's why I'm thinking 2d. Whatever. Yes. You want me to roll that?
oh,
The 7.
You
Hey,
come up.
that's health.
I'm not complaining. Does my death
Cricket.
save thing go away?
Yes, so you revert back to no death saves. And as the sludge kind of travels down back through your throats, you feel revitalized. And yet, Cricket, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
wait a minute, hang on.
Oh.
I gotta make another one. Alright, I'm good.
Oh.
All right.
No.
So I have to go look at a table really quickly, but you're feeling a little funky. Basically, let's just say you might have a level of compulsion.
Yeah, I
At the moment.
figured.
Mhm.
Compulsion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But as I look that up for you,
Yeah,
is that
I'm
the end of
gonna
your
pull
turn,
that open.
Danzin?
Oh, sure is. Well, is the door closed behind us?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go yonder.
Oh,
Okay.
Right. That'll bring us over to Harrow. You are flat on your face.
I do a death roll savings throw.
Yep.
Bring the savings to you.
I can find it on my sheet. What is that under? Oh, there it is. 11.
Why do you only have 1?
An 11, that is
Why-
one
Oh, wait, no.
successful death save.
That is?
That's normal.
Yep.
Okay. I did it.
Woo.
I think it just
That's
has to be
it.
over half, so yeah.
Wait,
11.
don't Phantom Rogues have a certain thing with death saving throws?
Oh, do you?
Good question.
No. Wait. I think that's only if I have a trinket, maybe.
Don't you have a trinket?
Yeah, you have trinkets that you use.
Oh, when a soul trinket is on your person, you have advantage on death saving throws and constitution saving throws.
Oh.
So I
So-
still succeeded.
Wait, so you had advantage? Okay, no, you would have failed anyway
Yes,
on the.
it's-
Okay. All right.
Oh, like originally? Oh, yeah, I would
Yeah.
have still failed.
Cool.
Oh, I do
All
have
right.
a trinket. Alright.
Good going, Harrow. You are one step closer to life.
Yeah.
Which brings us over to Viltatus.
Here we are again. And no airship to get funnies this time.
15.
You have one successful death save. Killian, you are at 1 HP. Your ears are ringing.
All right. Oh, time to be a cleric. I raise the light bringer to the sky as radiant light pours off it, and I cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Woo! Yeah, buddy.
Everybody in a 30-foot square around me heals 3d8 plus 3. You all heal.
That's a good roll.
21.
Ooh.
Wait, no, 22. Wait. 20. Yeah, 22 points of damage is healed.
Very good. So, you two are back up as well.
Nice.
That's my last 5th level.
Excellent. Is that the end of your turn?
I think I'll go ahead and just circle around it. And have that be my turn.
Very good. The lich makes its rattling.
Clever.
It tries to bang up against the side of the wall. Boom! And you see it trying to bite at the wall at the moment.
Careful with that, you're gonna break your teeth.
You can't help but hear, possibly, from the walls themselves, just a, "What is it doing?" But that is the end of its turn for now. Hold on 1 second. There we go. But it stares daggers at you, Killian. Daggers. No, it stares gems at you. It can't stare daggers. It doesn't have any hands to hold daggers with, unfortunately.
Some motherfucker.
But you can tell that it wants you. But that'll bring us over to Cricket.
All right. Cricket's gonna start running and shift.
Wait, there you go. You're over here. No, you're over there.
And
there you
she's
go.
gonna attack with a pounce or whatever the fuck.
I will tell you at the moment.
I know. I
Currently
keep saying it wrong.
No, not even that.
Oh.
You're bashing your head against the wall.
Oh, can I not go through this either?
No.
Oh,
A wall,
man.
literally nothing can get through walls of force.
Then
Nice.
she's just gonna start pacing it.
This thing is stuck. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, stay stuck. Thank you. There you go.
That's all. I'll do.
And like a tiger outside, but inside of a cage, you pace around the outside. Round the outside, round the outside.
I was also thinking that.
Dan.
Oh, it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do we do? Good question, Mega Man. I have to hold concentration to keep that up. I'm only keeping this up so we can all get in a position, so we don't get clustered again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Willie, can I do any sort of roll to determine if I know anything about demi-liches?
I guess that wouldn't be a nature check, would it? That would be more of a
Arcana?
Arcana.
Yeehaw. 25.
You certainly do have a pretty good idea of the tragedy of turning oneself into a lich, and how that might degrade over time. But you know, this thing is still pretty powerful.
Would I know anything about its capabilities aside from the loud wail of all death?
Oh, you haven't seen it for yourself. That would be kind of interesting, in particular, if you did see it for yourself. But you can't help but think that there was something about taking life force that these things could do.
Oh.
Also,
In
I
that
hope
case,
no one
Dan Jen-
minds I do this really quick. I forgot. Thank you. Okay, bye.
You're welcome. Danzin will call it really loudly. Don't get too close from it, it'll suck out your soul and heal itself. I guess with that, I'll just be ready to drop the walls when everyone's in position and we got the get-go going.
All right. Very good, very good, very good. That'll bring us over to Harrow.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh wait, he's in a wall.
He's in a wall.
I wait.
You can always ready in action.
Sure. I do that.
Good.
So,
Okay.
That's
you
it.
set a condition for yourself for when your action would proc.
Yeah, as soon as that wall is down, I shoot him.
All right. I will get to Viltatus and Killian, and then we'll play it until we're all ready and in position, and then we'll go back into order again.
I have a dumb idea.
So, it is your turn to have a dumb idea. Go for it.
So, nothing can pass through the wall of force, but it doesn't just stop magic outright because the disintegrate spell destroys the wall of force immediately, meaning the wall itself can be affected by magic, it just stops magic from affecting anything beyond it, correct? This is a roundabout way of asking if I can cast Reduce on the wall to shrink it and crush this fucker.
Oh my god.
That's a good question, Mega Man!
Trust
We
me,
do
I've
that,
been researching
the wall-
this whole fucking time.
To a point in this range.
Can we just turn him into a diamond?
I've
Nothing
also
can
been
physically
watching
pass through
Ranking
the
of
wall.
Kings. Let's see.
It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by Dispel Magic. A Disintegrate spell destroys the wall instantly, however. So I'm thinking, it can be affected by magic. What if I could shrink it?
But what does immune to all damage mean within that context, then?
Shrinking is not damage, does not physically damage anything.
Oh, immune to all damage. Oh, I see.
The wall itself cannot have damage go in or out of it.
Oh, this is clown shoes.
I wish to manipulate the wall itself.
Okay. So,
Uh-huh.
for the sake of future-proofing, Arkoff, you need to make a wisdom saving throw for me. You personally.
You just brain blasted too hard.
Okay. No idea how well this is gonna go. Oh wait, don't I still have personal inspiration from when I made Killian's helmet?
Yes.
Good, I will keep that in mind. I will use that now. Much better, 17.
Woo! Okay. So, if you feel the need to do this again, I will not punish you for it.
Oh.
So you're saying I can do it?
You are, in fact, moving the walls. Brum, brum, brum.
Your role literally was like, will I allow you to do this in the future or not? Okay.
I wish to crush the fucker with the wall of force.
You can hear whining It doesn't sound natural. It doesn't sound like an organic or a carbon-based being whining. Oh no, that's not even right either. It sounds like machine whining. And you see this thing crack. And a little smoke pops out of it. It is confined.
So, Danton, how long can you maintain that wall of force?
10 whole minutes.
Good, keep it up, buddy.
Okay.
Killian,
Wait.
it's now.
We're out of turn order, correct?
Just letting Killian get back into
Okay.
his turn, and then you'll be out of turn order.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
So, Killian, you're up.
What are we? Oh, it's I don't know what I should do in this situation.
Honestly, neither do I.
How big is it right now?
Oh, I'm looking at your spell sheet. Hang on, I should close that.
So, technically, it was slightly larger than medium, this one in particular.
What's it been reduced to? Still slightly larger than medium, or?
It has been crushed by the box, which I'm assuming is down to a medium size right now.
Gotcha.
So damage can't go through the wall of force?
No, I'm sorry. I got a stupid ass idea. though.
In that case, I will go over to Cricket. And I will pat her on the head and use a 3rd level Cure Wounds on her. Uh, 12.
Okay.
You get healed for 12.
Thank you.
Alright.
Uh,
I think it
that's,
did it at first level for some reason. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I just rolled like shit.
Whew. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, I guess so.
Okay. So, you are currently out of turn order.
So, crazy question. As I look over this thing just being crushed by the wall. What if we just put it in the bag of holding?
Well, that...
Oh, what? Use it later? Oh,
No,
wait, I
just-
can't say anything. Sorry.
Meow, meow, meow.
Just have an angry skull with us.
Oh
So
no,
you
I mean,
like stick the whole box in the bag of holding?
no. If we just put it in the bag of holding, who knows? I don't know if it needs to be on this plane of existence in order to survive. I really don't know. One thing. Oh, Willie.
Yes.
I know about phylacteries, don't I? Because we went over that with the Dod Kong.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just dumped them in the bag of holding and then just look for the phylactery?
So, just keep him occupied until we find the phylactery in here.
Oh, basically. Because
Okay.
based on what I know out of these things, it could really mess us up real fast.
I mean, it did.
Yeah, so that's all. I'd like to take the safe route if that's all right.
Arrow holds out the bag.
Only if everybody's okay with it. I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Sounds fine to me. I'm not sure. Yeah, no. Even if it can find its way out of the bag, we would use up that capability, and then we would just, beat the shit out of it.
More or less. I mean, it's already cracked. The thing is, I can only contain them for like 6 more minutes, give or take. But we need a bit of a more permanent solution, and there's not a lot of room to fight in here.
Okay.
Viltonic,
So-
you okay with that?
I'm fine with anything. That bag's not ours in the first place.
That's very fair.
What?
Clam, we're gonna cram your big guy into a little bag unless you want to, like, turn him off or something.
What are you doing?
We're gonna keep him, probably.
Yeah, maybe you'll like our company instead. Who knows?
Please don't do that.
Was he
Well,
expensive?
then are you gonna give up then?
You're welcome to come and turn it off.
Please finish the puzzle first.
So we're just gonna use this demi-lich in the bag? Just for a while?
Until we solve this puzzle, I suppose.
There's nothing else in it. It's not like he can do anything. He's
Wait,
just a-
what did the door say?
He said, hello, Lich.
Oh, that's not a puzzle.
That's a cipher. It's not quite the same thing.
As Cricket proceeds to pace around this box, who would like to go up and stuff the skull into a bag?
I vote Harrow, because he's the one holding the bag of holding.
So how does this thing work? Arrow's like stretching it all around.
No, you
This
just put it in the
box.
bag.
I just put it in the bag.
Be over here.
Why would you go so far away? This is a normal procedure.
Because I'm very scared. Remember, I'm a coward.
Cricket, you watch as this bag gets, like, sidled over this box containing the screaming, rattling, and also sizzling skull. Little by little, kind of like putting one of your, like, game consoles into a bag that just doesn't fit. That sort of, like, frustration.
Does anyone remember back in like the 90s, there was a toy that was just like a box with eyeballs, and if you hit the button, it would just like shake and scream?
No.
I think I
That's
remember
just
that.
What this is.
All right. And you hear sort of just footsteps in the walls until suddenly the doors behind you open.
We solved the puzzle.
Well now, to stop a lich, what must you do?
Find the phylactery and destroy it?
Shove him in a little bag.
Now, see, that doesn't kill him, it just frustrates him.
The lich is now in the bag.
Our call for you proud of me.
Yes. Immensely.
Oh.
So, what do you do next?
I'm gonna scope out Cricket, actually. Can I do like an insight or anything like that? Because she's not shifting back and that's worrisome.
Hey,
Willie,
yes?
would the opening of the bag of holding count as an entryway?
I wouldn't say so by raw. It is technically a portal into a demi-plane, I get that, but...
I just have another really dumb idea to frustrate this thing further.
Oh my god. So, Cricket, how would you describe yourself to Danzan? Unless you want to hide your current temperament.
Her eyes are fixated on the bag.
I kind of like move the bag around in circles, you know, like when a cat is staring at a toy in your hand.
Hey, Cricket, are you okay? You don't have to. You don't have to stay in that form. You can come back out. We're done. We did it.
No response.
Cricket? Cricket? Cricket?
You don't suppose nearly dying did something to her, do you?
Cause see, that's the thing. I don't know. Last time I checked, which wasn't that long ago, the moon was still waxing, but it wasn't quite full. Wait, what time is it? God, what time is it?
I mean, you've been in this escape room dungeon for what, maybe a few hours at this point? So it's probably like around 4 or 5.
Okay. Shifty eyes. Maybe we should just keep an eye on Cricket. It's not that I'm thinking it's not a full moon, but I don't know about that.
I think she told me once that she can still control herself underneath the full moon. It's just harder.
Oh, okay.
It seems strange.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lone Blade, it was?
It was?
You know, that's something I don't quite understand. Why can't you just be Lone Blade and she can be Lone Blade? You know, different people have the same name.
You could be family, yes.
Family?
Okay, well, let's not go too terribly crazy about it. Look,
It's an option.
Mr. Longblade, we got no interest in causing you harm or harm to any of your associates. We just want to get Cricket stuff and go.
Oh, well, that was the prize of this particular dungeon, as it were.
It was a good dungeon, don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's not done yet.
So what, this
Oh.
is like the alpha testing?
Well, yes,
Oh, wait,
but
what beta
also,
test this?
I suppose we need to find that phylactery, yes?
yes.
Killian, do you have locate object prepared?
I do not.
How would
I've
you
got
even be able
some goggles.
How would you be able to determine that? We don't even know what the phylactery is.
Do any of us have detect magic prepared then?
Well, I guess I could do that. Give me about 10. What's in the bag? It should be fine. I would assume 10 minutes we've already passed at this point anyway.
Probably.
I'm going to go
man.
ahead and ritual cast detect magic.
And Willie,
Yes.
speaking of the bag, has a determination been made as to whether it's an entryway or not?
I will say it is not an entryway in this case.
Aww, okay.
You've already had enough fun.
I was going to cast Arcane Luck on it.
I know you
Oh
were.
my god.
The second you asked, is it like an entryway? I was like, I know what he's going to do. Oh boy.
Anyway, as soon as that goes off, I would like to go ahead and start looking around the room.
Okay. And your eyes light up. You look around the room itself. It looks like the walls are insulated very slightly with a Dwemer, but you don't really see anything of note as a magical object in here.
It's like all the walls are made of magic of ever so slight variety, but there's no single solitary one thing. It couldn't be the cipher, could it? We've been picking up all these stone tablets.
There was like a thing in the middle of the other room that we didn't look
Oh,
at.
yes, the pedestal, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So, quick question, Mr. Lone Blade. May we vacate these particular premises in order to finish the puzzle, the dungeon's puzzle, or is it all in here?
Oh, my apologies. He did open up the doors for you.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we'll just skedaddle over here then, I suppose.
Okay. So you go back over to the pedestal, and you see the 3 chunks of stone tablet that were there when you started.
Who's got the rest of the chunks?
Cricket primarily. Was there a chunk in your hallway, Harrow?
There may have been a chunk that I left.
Alright, I'll go get it.
Really?
Ah.
Hey, Cricket, I don't know if you can communicate or understand anything, but do you still have that tablet? A couple of those tablets?
He does not respond.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so does your gear meld with you, or is it still external?
Good
I
question.
think that's a feat. But we've just been playing it that like it's melded into your form for the time being. For safety.
Yeah.
You do not get to choose.
It's whatever Willie says.
You see no gear, just a tiger.
Oh.
That's pretty cool, though.
Willie, could I either make a check or do something to possibly try and get through to her? If no, it's 100% acceptable. I just wasn't sure if that was anything I could do.
Ooh, actually. How did that again?
Did you try going here, Cricket?
Now listen, Harold. I want to get her attention, not have her maul me, okay?
Let's see. So, what you could do is a animal handling check.
Oh,
But be
boy.
careful if you fail this.
Oh boy. Here, Cricket. It's gonna be okay. Oh, that's an 8.
Say stands in.
You failed it?
I assume with an 8.
Cricket, you'll have to excuse me as I borrow Cricket for a moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan Zan.
Oh, good. Am I about to be hit with lycanthropy all over again?
You are getting attacked immediately.
Oh boy. I don't think I've got anything reactionary, do I?
2 plus. Okay. So that would be a 14 to hit.
Oh, that just is over my, No, you know what? I have a reaction. I can do this. I'm gonna use my cutting words. Hang on. First of all, I'm gonna do cutting words. But it's just gonna be like somehow manifested rolled up newspaper, just bap her on the head. Down, Cricket, down!
Oh my god.
And let's cut. It doesn't matter because that just hits. It matches my armor class. God damn it.
Just enough.
Dan Zan's like, no, bad Cricket, and she goes in.
No, down, Cricket, down. God damn it. I needed to not roll a 1. Wait, Willie. Can I add my hero points to that roll?
Yes, you can.
Good, I will do this. Because I've not used any at all. Huzzah! It's down to a hit of 11, which does not hit. Oh no.
Doesn't Cricket have extra attack?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Although that is an 8 to hit.
Okay, 8 will not hit.
Alright,
Is she done?
that's the end of her turn at the moment, but basically she is at your face trying to take you out.
Can I do an action?
Yes.
Cool, I cast invisibility. Not. Fuck this shit, I'm out!
Cricket approaches Harrow.
Oh no!
Cricket. Cricket, stay back.
She attempts to bite Harrow. That is a 16 to hit.
17.
Can we get an initiative now?
After this next attack, then I'll let you go into initiative.
Excellent.
What
That
a fun
is
show.
a 19 to hit.
What if I rolled animal handling?
You're in the middle of being attacked.
Well, then I'm gonna dodge or something.
You can't go pss, pss, pss in the middle of a mall.
I will uncannily dodge.
Unfortunately, you are hit. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be all low dice then, I guess. Sure. You got hit for 6 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do you just want me to roll? I do have a +9. You know that, right?
Oh, you have a +9?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
I was wondering why you're not hitting. Not. Sorry, guys, but
+9 to hit. I thought you meant +9 to damage.
no.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
You lucky motherfucker.
You are A-okay. In
Nice.
which case, we can now roll for initiative.
Hey, Willie.
Yes,
You don't have heard any of that from this deep in the smoke hallway?
you are in the dark, not naked, completely alone, and all you hear are roars and growls and scraping.
Down, cricket, down!
I'm sure it's fine. I'll continue looking for the cipher piece. I will not roll initiative.
I will allow you to do a perception check, though, Biltatus.
I'll look for the cipher piece.
Mm-hmm. While everyone else rolls for initiative.
This is a
That's a
little
13.
unfortunate.
Oh, God.
You have not found the cipher piece yet.
Then should I roll initiative to continue my perception checks in time with combat?
Yes.
Good, I will
Only
do
a
that.
20.
Good luck, everybody else.
And you know what? Cricket, you can roll initiative as well.
Oh.
Let's keep this rolling.
You shoot yourself in the head and then you don't help us. Good!
Hey, we got the PvP we wanted.
I guess.
Oh.
Round 2.
Alright. Harrow, since you just went, you were at the bottom of the order.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you didn't just go. Sorry.
I got hit.
Yeah, you got hit. Harrow, it is your turn.
Cricket versus Fire Force 5. Round 1.
This is probably.
Wait, how'd you do that?
I have a Go XLR, and that was my Doomslayer preset that Cheru helped me make.
Yeah.
And that's just me talking.
That was very good.
It's a good preset, but Arkov's also just good, talented,
Yeah.
and has a good voice.
Oh.
It's
I
true.
wish I had a good voice.
You do have a good voice.
Oh, you know it. It's fine.
So if I move out of the way, Cricket will get to attack me, right?
Yes.
Cricket.
You
sorry.
could disengage.
What is? Oh.
That
Yeah,
allows
it's a
you to get
bonus
away
action.
scot-free, and you're rogue, so bonus action.
Yeah, I'll do that actually. I disengage and stealth over here. Can I do that?
You can make a stealth roll as your action.
Wah. 26.
Alright. Hope she doesn't smell you.
By the way, where's Lone Blade at?
He's in the walls currently.
Oh, good.
Skidding around.
You know, he's around.
Willie, do you want me to control her at all, or you want all of it?
You know what? I will allow you to,
Kill us.
take point in this fight, but you basically are going after whoever is closest.
So killing it again.
Well, for starters.
But you are at...
What? What do you mean, what? Come back.
Even if I disengage? Whoa.
Creatures provoke opportunity attacks even if you take the disengage action.
Oh,
He's got
God.
Sentinel.
Yes, I love this.
I'm sorry.
I get it in the bag of holding. No.
You
What
die
happens?
you are able to take an opportunity attack, Cricket. Meow.
Is that just a 13 or like a 13 plus 9?
No, it's a 13.
It's already in there?
Yeah.
Get wrecked, Cricket.
Good. Now leave.
Now you can go back and do your hide.
I do. She's real mad, Killian.
Killian, it is now your turn.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Is this because you failed that Constitution thing like before?
The animal handling.
The animal handling. There was a reason I had her focused on the bag.
Oh, we didn't know.
I know.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Well, that's the end of my turn.
Well, God.
You can do it, Killian.
Failing anything else, I am going to take my action. I'm going to raise the emblazoned holy symbol of Tempest that has been melded to my gauntlet up to the sky. And I will say, Tempest, I need you now! Free my friend from whatever controls her! And I'm going to try divine intervention.
Oh.
All right. Well, you have to roll that, correct?
Yep. I need to roll a 10 or below. Ah.
You almost hear a thunderclap inside here. And yet,
Shit.
nothing.
Well, then I'll raise the light bringer and it's gonna explode. As a bonus action, make a Constitution saving throw, Cricket.
That's my best saving throw.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, well, you succeed.
I'm sorry.
You take half of this. You take 21 points of radiant damage.
No, half of that, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
half of 21. Now I'm going to put away the Lightbringer, bring out my longsword, enter my Blade Master stance, and end my turn.
Excellent. Bill Taudis, you are looking for a tablet.
So, Willie,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of expedite this, since Viltatus is currently under no pressure,
Yeah.
and I assume there's no real failure state here, I'm just going to keep trying again and again. Did I just use that side rule from the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Take 20? Just keep repeating at it until it fucking works?
Do they call it Take 20 now? It used to be Take 10.
I believe it's on page 237. Multiple ability checks.
That was
Sometimes a character fails an ability check and wants to try again. In some cases, a character is free to do so. The only real cost is the time it takes.
Right.
With enough attempts and enough time, a character should eventually succeed at the task. To speed things up, assume that a character spending 10 times the normal amount of time needed to complete a task automatically succeeds at the task. So basically, it would take me out of the initiative, and I just keep going until I find it, which I assume comes after this combat's done.
Okay. Yeah, that used to be the Take 10 rule. All right. Cool. So you are scrounging around in the dark, which will bring us over to Danzan.
Good. Give me a second. Wait a minute. Hang on, where was I? I was... Shoot. Willie, was I here or was I...
I thought you were there, right?
I think so. Okay, hang on a second. I'm invisible, so I would assume I can get past her without activating Sentinel, correct?
I believe so. Just make a quick stealth check real quick versus Cricket's passive perception. You have advantage because you are invisible.
18?
Passes.
There you go.
No.
Yeah, you're good.
10, 30. I'm going to use my action, and this will end up dropping stealth because I thought it would be a little less of a problem than this. I am going to attempt to polymorph Cricket. Wisdom save, DC 17, and whatever stats you would use for, I guess, this form.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So Cricket, I would need a wisdom saving throw.
20.
Damn it! Well, I'm running out of spells very quickly. With my bonus action, I suppose, I'm gonna scream out, "Villain, get over here! We need help! We have a situation!"
Did I roll a perception check for that, or am I busy
I
looking
am
for this
screaming
cipher?
at the top of my tiny little lungs.
You can probably hear Danzin say that.
Wait, what's going on now?
It is now Cricket's turn.
Oh, come here, buddy, old pal. She goes after Killian.
Round 2.
Willie, up to you if you want her to jump or not.
At this point, you would probably be just going up and trying to bite.
Okay. Oh boy.
Wow. Meaty.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's 25.
Nice fucking try. Misses.
Ah, yes.
By
Only-
how many?
Only 2 people
By
that can
one.
probably handle me in the party. And then the 16, which
Nope.
doesn't hit. That's it.
Wait, you actually hit Killian?
No.
No.
Oh, was he in Blade Master?
Yep.
Lucky bastard!
I pulled out the long sword just because of that.
Cricket slams up against your shield with an impact that even makes Harrow stumble back a little bit. A nice
Come on.
new dent.
Come on, Cricket. We've done this before. You know I'm not going to go down that easily. Snap out of it.
Whoa, 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 what's going on?
Oh boy. He's still pink.
I'm purple now.
Clam your stupid skull did something to Cricket.
No such thing! I made that thing perfectly foolproof. Snap out of it, will you?
Great.
I can't wait for Cricket to turn around and maul
Yeah.
this poor man.
Clam's gonna get fucking slapped.
That is he screamed at you, but he rolled really low. So, that is the end of Clam's turn. Which brings us back up to Harrow.
Right.
Cricket, I'm sorry. I shoot Cricket. 27.
It hits.
Non-lethally, obviously.
Like, that's gonna kill me.
25.
The bolt just kind of pierces the fur.
It's just a bolt with a boxing glove. It's fine.
Yes. Just removed the tip. I stealth again.
Roll a stealth check. Okay.
I got
vanish
it.
out of existence.
I can't believe Cricket's gonna TPK us all.
Which brings us over to Killian. You're almost there.
Connor, you there?
Maybe he's taking out the trash.
Well, quit your peeing, you in the middle of saving our lives.
I already took. Sorry, I'm not as good at it as it is you.
Look, just shotgun your bladder. It's fine.
All right, let's see here. Well, shit. I'm going to. Man, I don't want to hurt her.
Like the dodge action.
I'm going to. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna run the flat of the longsword across my shield, and as I do, it will glow red and begin to spark as I cast Divine Favor on myself. And I'm gonna take a swing at Cricket. I'm sorry, but you're not giving me much of a choice here. Is 16?
Yes.
Shit.
Boom, boom.
I whom off enter my Blade Master stance, and I'll just try to, be more of a juicy target than the guy behind her.
The unarmored juicy boy.
Maybe try and
Juicy
pet her or
boy.
something. I don't know.
Would that work?
Maybe?
That's my turn.
All right, Bill taught us.
I assume you see the path I have ruled out, yes?
Yep.
I'm going to misty step to that 30-foot spot and use my rest of my movement to go to the 60-foot spot. Oh, so this is what's going on. Viltatus is going to use a bonus action to take his helmet off. And can I use an action to make an animal handling check on Cricket?
Please.
It's a 9. Well, 20's not friendly today. Then, as part of this low animal handling check, Viltatus just chucks the helmet at her.
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
All right.
where are you? Oh,
Stop
okay.
it! That is enough!
You proceed to antagonize your teammate.
I tried, I'm proficient, but roll 20 fucking hates me.
She's just angrier now.
Is up by 2. Got it.
Wait, the what?
The DC to calm her down went up by 2.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Viltatus?
Considering the bonus action and the action and the movement, I do believe so.
All right. Danzan, you are up.
Oh boy, what bullshittery can I do? Push 10 foot cube. That's not going to help. guess it's good.
You could try putting her in a box and shrinking the box.
I can't. I ran out of spell slots. I would have done that if I had the option. Instead. Okay, Willie.
Yes.
I'm doing illusions, so it's gonna be bullshit.
All right.
I'm going to make illusory, a 20-foot long pole with the most savory, enticing, colorful, feather-laced cat toy ever. And it will have packages and pouches of catnip.
Who do you think I am?
You're a cat right now, so as much as I know. And I will do everything in my power to get Cricket's attention on this cat toy, because I don't know what else to do.
I don't have a mini for this.
I would imagine not. That'll work. Whoa! That's much larger than 20 feet.
There we go. Congratulations at your Faerunian cat toy.
I'm just trying to distract. Leave me alone. It does produce sight, sound, and smell. It is
All right.
it is a big boy illusion.
So, Cricket, this thing smells like another enemy, and it's a big one.
Okay.
I think it's the best way to put it.
Sure. Works for me.
I think even Clam is gonna sidestep away from it. What is that? It is now Cricket's turn.
Okay. It's an intelligence saving throw, right?
Yeah.
To examine it, yep.
Oh.
It's an action.
Well, I mean, currently she's engaged with fighting Killian, so that's up to you, Willie, if she switches.
Here is what I will say. I need a wisdom saving throw to see if you can keep your focus on what you are focusing on currently.
15.
You are still focused on Killian.
Damn it.
So proceed with your turn.
Okay. Not like she can hit anyway. Oh, maybe,
That will hit, actually.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Don't say nice!
Not nice.
Look, I super buffed him. See something finally hitting him that's not a giant? Nice.
Okay, I mean...
So that is 9 damage, and instead of being knocked away, is it in addition to?
I think it's in addition to...
You use your powerful weapon to... Yeah, okay. So first you have to make a strength saving throw. So you have to make 2 saving throws on this. That's the scary part.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
Strength save?
Yep, strength save first.
Cricket OP.
15?
15. What's your strength modifier currently?
3?
Sorry, Cricket.
5.
5. So you... Oh, the attacker wins. You are currently prone.
Fuck.
Sorry.
But now I also need a Constitution saving throw because she did bite you.
I'm sorry.
8!
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
For lycanthrope party.
No, it probably happened to the worst person too. I'm so sorry.
It's a good thing we can cleanse that shit.
Killian, you're on the ground and you feel a little funny.
Ugh.
Oh boy. I need to tell Sir House about this. Hey! Hey! Yep. Ugh. You currently have a clam on your back.
It's still
Back
her
clam.
turn. She only
Oh,
attacked
sorry.
once.
Oh, good.
I'm enjoying
Please
this.
continue with your turn.
I mean, is he jumping on her? Because she will go after him if he does that.
He is on her back.
Oh, boy. 20.
So, you hit.
Oh, no. Oh, and also that procs too.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Please, Cricket.
So, Killian might not notice this, but Harrow would notice this. Two things. One, Clam stayed on her back. He held on real good. Two, on impact, you watched as the gem on his head glue, like, very, like, brightly for a split moment.
Huh.
And you can still hear this little man screaming.
Scream, little man.
Anything
Clem,
else
tell
you'd
her
like
your
to-
name. It's the only way. It'll fix her, I swear.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Cricket?
No, no, that's it.
Fine! You can keep Lone Blade, but I'm taking back Firefang!
She's gonna bite
Can
him
you
again
really
for that.
say that in this situation?
Hold on 1 second, though. The DC is lowered slightly on your primal DC. So.
Okay.
Excellent. Which brings it back up to Harrow.
I would like to convince Clam to tell Cricket his new name. Can I roll like charisma?
You can roll a persuasion check.
What if I'm feeling like really lucky?
Please roll a luck point.
$18?
At this point, as he's being swung around, and you can see basically his, like, he's looking dizzy trying to hang on top of Cricket at the moment, as you are screaming at him to say the other name.
Clam, there's not much time. Just tell her your name and give her a big hug while you're at it.
Alright, fine! You can be my Firefang sibling!
Say Firefang family forever.
Firefang family forever!
Firefang family 5 ever.
I will not say that!
Now give her a hug.
I am being mauled!
Then hold on tighter. That's called a hug.
I'm going to kill you if I survive this!
Screaming next to
This
you.
is your revenge, isn't it? Because we took your demi-lich and put it in a literal box, isn't it?
Technically, it was his demi-lich, but that's beside the point. He snuggles his
You
face
wouldn't download a
into
demi-lich.
your fur, Cricket. Hold on a second. And he gets an 18 on his animal handling check.
What does that have to be?
That had to beat a 13 at this point.
Okay.
So that's good, right?
Cricket, you're feeling a little more relaxed.
Oh, nice.
You can make a wisdom saving throw yourself now.
14?
Just wiping the sweat off my brow.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. You are back down to a level 2 compulsion. Oh, let's see. After the duration, effect lasts until you're calmed down. Okay, so you are reset back to 0. You are lucid.
Cricket?
Cricket goes from biting to licking.
Just like a real cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought cats were temperamental, but this is insanity.
She starts just licking Clam.
Aww.
Viltatis is going to grab his
frenzies.
helmet and go back for the search.
Wow.
All right, knock it
I
off.
did my
Knock it
part.
off. Sorry?
Oh no, I was just having Viltatis say, well, I did my part.
Wow.
I can do it.
You see Clam fuss and then just kind of like get off of Cricket.
You can get rid of the cat toy, Willie. It's fine. It served its not
No, I
purpose.
want to play with it. It looks like fun. No, I'm kidding.
Cricket is lucid, and she is just playing Big Cat now.
She's gonna shift back.
Hera's just making that SpongeBob meme where he's like, "You do like cricket, don't you, Clam?"
That stupid stretchy face.
You do like Krabby Patties.
Right, this test is over.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He storms
I'm
off.
sorry.
Wait, what about the stuff?
She's following
Yeah,
him. I'm sorry.
fixing it.
Cricket, I mean, jeez, you went literal hog wild.
Hey, man, did you find the stone tablet yet?
That depends. Voice of God, did I find the tablet yet?
You want to roll for it?
I love how literally everyone is just fucking done.
Oh my
damn it.
god! Can you see? Did you put the helmet back on? And you're like, wow, I can't see anything for some reason.
I am literally going over what is it? A perception?
It is a perception check.
I will literally go over here and do it myself.
I'd like to imagine, like Cheru was alluding to, Viltatis put his helmet on backwards.
Good.
His eye holder on the back of his head.
Oh my god!
I see. Do you?
Oh my goodness.
So, Willie, can we go back to the taking 20?
I'm literally going to give him the 8 action.
Shall I roll it again?
You can take your 20. All right, whatever. How's everyone doing in here?
Oh, I didn't know you cared, Clam.
Thank you, Danzan. You know, you're all right. I don't care what the others say about you.
You should be back in the room. Get over here.
It's just holding the will-o'-the-wisp.
Dan gives you a nice, hard, flat line eye stare and just walks.
What? Was it something I said?
It's more the matter of what you do, but hey, you know, I guess it's either here or there. Cricket,
That
you
doesn't
okay?
narrow it down.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you even know what you did?
No, not really.
Okay, so that's how it doesn't work then. Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
How you feeling, Killian?
I feel funny.
Uh-oh.
She kind of
Oh,
turns
that's
around
right,
and
you
looks
bit-
at him.
Have you ever had like a cut get infected?
Yeah, you're gonna feel hot.
Yeah, imagine that, but it's like a bite wound that got infected, but like times 2. Killian has dropped his sword. His shield is just barely hanging onto his arm, and he's like leaning up against a wall and breathing heavy.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think you passed it on, Cricket.
Oh no, 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 no. Ha 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 ha.
Killian, don't you have access to a curse removal?
Normally, I do.
You know, we could just go back to your Temple of Tempest, the Hall of Heroes.
How
It's not
far
that
away
far
is
away.
How far away is it?
Let's see. I think it's a district, maybe 2 districts over. You'll probably get there by nightfall, probably.
That's actually probably the better idea.
The old man will be happy to know his shield got some use.
Hey, quit talking. Save your strength. We got a long walk ahead.
All right, where's the other 2 tablets?
Oh, then she reaches into her satchel, pulls them out.
Good. And you have the 3rd one, Mr. Metal Man?
Yes, here you go.
Grr.
Hold it out.
Oh, good. Done.
Did Clamp just shrug it off?
You don't know what happened with Clem.
Oh
Used
boy.
his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Hard leans into Killian.
I didn't say that. Connor did.
Looks at the sky, wondering how life.
Hi.
I'm on to you.
What is that? Freaking water deviant spiders. Goodness gracious. You hear a click echo throughout the room from where you're at the moment, and you kind of hear a quick little.
So we didn't even need to fight the lich. We just did it for flavor.
You were the boss fight.
I wasn't planning on it.
Whose spider is this?
Oh,
Points at me.
sorry. That's just Davy. He's mine.
Oh my. Heroes have the strangest things nowadays, I swear. All right, congratulations. You have successfully defeated my dungeon.
To get Cricket's stuff back.
Oh, right. Hey, Harrow, could you just slide over a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Kind of reaches underneath the pedestal. Right, so it's the sword thing and this bag.
It was there the whole time.
I could have stole these this whole time.
I mean, if you looked for it, sure.
Well, I'm sorry,
Wow.
someone decided to put a demi-lich in this room.
That's called being a part of the dungeon.
How were you able
Yeah.
to control all this anyway?
Look, I am a dungeoneer in particular.
I'm gonna
I
insight
have-
the shit out of that.
Please.
Same. Not like I need to.
20.
It doesn't matter for me.
He says
10.
it so tired and matter of fact. Like, I am a dungeoneer.
I still say you should call yourself a dungeon master.
Please, everyone saw that one coming.
Well, I say you better get all this taken care of and in line before the authorities decide to get involved.
The cops.
See, they're at the door right now. The SWAT team's here.
My
shit.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
All right, look. Here's your sword, and Cricket, you can figure out what this sword looks like because it is a lovely sword in particular. I will put it in our Discord.
Oh,
Funny sword.
funny sword.
Oh, that's a funny sword.
Ooh.
What?
And then whatever this is, and he sticks his nose into the bag, and he doesn't pull his nose out. This wasn't yours.
It isn't?
There's no way you had this.
Huh?
What is it?
What did I have?
I can't in good faith let you leave here with this.
What is it, Chief?
Cricket's gonna perceive whatever he's not telling me.
He
Don't
has
make
the bag closed at the moment.
All
I'm
right.
gonna sniff the air and see what it is. What is it? Is it food?
It smells dead and rotted.
Ew.
Willie,
Yes,
may I attempt intimidation?
you're welcome to.
Listen to me, a little runt! She can turn right back into a cat and just maul you to death for all I care. Now stop playing games, tell us what that is, and then we'll be happy to leave. 19?
All right! There is no way you're leaving with this! And he pulls an eye out of the bag.
Oh, fuck. Me! Are you kidding?
Huh? Huh?
And that is where we will call it.
What?
I feel like I'm missing context.
Why do you have the Eye of Vecna?
And the Eye of Vecna, I was about to say!
What the fuck is that? Oh, this is the funny
It's
story.
literally the god of liches!
Oh.
What?
God of liches!
Oh yeah, that sounds like me.
That seems about right.
That sounds about right.
And that new sword you got, Cheru, is basically that, GIF.
minute.
Yay! That's how I played my archer in the one shot.
Sure is.
Now you can do it with a sword.
Yay! Wait,
Oh, you really are a magic knight.
finally, I can do some cool things, maybe. How do you guys know what the fuck it is?
Because we're nerds, Cheru!
Fair enough. You didn't even link anything. I'm just like, what?
I mean,
Especially after Willie, you put the music on. You confirmed it.
I can give you this image, but
There was
like,
music? Or anything.
I can't.
I have so many intelligence rolls to make when we start again.
Griggle menacing in the distance.
She's just this anxiety mess right now, too. Like, oh man.
I ran the fucking game. I know what's up.
I know. What was that?
Alright.
I'd imagine they're in the middle of White Plume Mountain at the moment.
I mean, wait, where are we?
We're not that far from, I don't think.
We're not far from their meeting place. Their meeting place was near Waterdeep, so I indeed.
Okay. Let's roll on out. Arkoff, where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Arkoff, being strangely helpful and not helpful at the same time in D&D campaigns. Also been streaming
Chaos.
Elden Ring and Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin lately. Let's see, we have the final episode of Prince Division on April 2nd, but you should see me here Monday for Danganronpa, unless something comes up, or my computer decides to die again. And again on Thursday for Shadows We Cast.
Yep. Willie, where can they find you?
you can find the Willy Boo at the Willy Boo. Fun posting online. This party might be running out of time.
Oh, no!
Forward to Arcadia issue 14 coming out sometime later this month. I've got an article in it for big and small, that is large size and tiny size adventurers, where you can play creatures such as Pixie, the Colder, which is like a big whole person. Ogres, it is ogre time. Little mouse, like, called musketeers, so like little mouse people, or little cricket people, or little doll people, or garden gnomes. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in this issue in particular. Look forward to it.
Nice. Connor, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I stream the Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You know my schedule. Stuff's going on. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, action RPG replay for Dead to Fight the Living. Hopefully coming out sometime this year. Possibly. Don't take my word on that. And don't tattle on me if I'm wrong. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I'll be releasing the College of Distortion Bard sometime soon. Also, just so I can keep on bragging about it, I provided the voice of Captain Adrian Bakunin in Ghost Runner Project Hell.
It's very good. I played it and I killed him.
It's true. Well,
you use too many missiles, Connor. That's all I'm going to say.
It's a lot of missiles. I fire a lot of missiles. Yeah, play Ghost Runner Project Hell.
It's good.
Cool.
All right. Eric, where can they find you?
They can find me right here on Thursdays, or maybe on Saturday, perhaps.
Yes. And
Yes.
Gaijin, where can they find you?
Losing my mind here every Thursday. Twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central. I thought about picking up Strangers in Paradise because it's full of weeb classes, but then I remembered that Ghostwire Tokyo's coming out in like 5 days. So, woof. Also, this weekend Saturday, my big ass long video that I missed part of the session for will be done and available. It is literally 27 minutes long. I've been editing 8 hours a day for 3 days straight. I'm going to die. It's really good. I am introducing a brand new sub-series, and I'm going to be talking about the samurai from Elden Ring. I have 27 minutes worth of crap to talk about, so you're not going to want to miss it, because there's a... Yeah! Dude, that game, the game that's all about subtle narrative, oh my god, is there a lot that people probably didn't notice? So, yeah, it's gonna be good. Other than that, the Oni race is complete. I will have it out a little bit later this month, probably sometime next week.
Hell yeah. As for me, tomorrow I'll be doing a VTuber collab, and we're going to be doing Among Us. That will be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Saturday, I am doing a fundraiser stream. I'm going to post more details either later tonight or sometime tomorrow up on Discord. So if you're curious about like what's going to go on, I'll post it there. Most likely scenario, I'm busting out Draw That Pokemon again. It's really popular. I usually only do it for fundraisers, so it's really cool. That will be on Saturday at around 9 p.m. Eastern as well. They'll be in the evening. So I'm sending you guys off to my pal Karibo. He is streaming WWE 2K 2020 or 22. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye for now.
Have a good bye.